I was traveling through a small town in countryside late one winter evening. The snow had just started to fall heavier, and roads were almost impossible to drive on. My car slid twice, and I realized I could not continue. That's when I saw an old, dimly lit guest house by the side of road. The sign was half broken, swinging in the wind, with faded letters that barely read Hilltop Guest House. Inside the building looked abandoned except for a tall, pale man behind the reception desk. His skin was almost grey, and his voice was so soft I could barely hear him when he said, "Only one room left upstairs." I didn't care, I just needed a bed for the night. The hallways were eerily silent, the wallpaper peeling off, and the floor creaked with every step. The room I caught was at the very end of the hall, room 35. It smelled of damp wood and dust. The bed looked clean enough, but the moment I closed the door, I felt like someone was already in there with me. I tried to sleep, but around midnight, I heard footsteps in the hallways. Slow, heavy footsteps, pacing back and forth. I thought maybe it was another guest, until I remembered. The receptionist said I was the only one there. The footsteps stopped right outside my door. Then came the soft sound of breathing, deep and slow, as if someone was standing inches away from me on the other side. Suddenly, the doorknob rattled violently. I jumped up, my heart racing, and shouted, "Who's there?" The sound stopped, but when I looked under the gap of the door, I swear I saw bare feet, pale and wet, standing there, motionless. I locked the door and tried to convince myself I was imagining things. To calm down, I went into the bathroom to splash water on my face. When I turned on the light, the mirror was fogged up as if someone had just showered. Written across the glass with a finger was one word: stare. I froze. My breath caught in my throat. The rest of night was a blur of terror. At one point I felt the mattress tip like someone had sat down beside me. The air grew icy cold, and I could hear faint whispers right next to my ear. When I finally turned on my phone flashlight, I saw the reflection of a woman in a mirror across the room. Her skin was blush, her hair dripping with water, and her eyes were hollow black pits. But when I looked directly, there was nothing there. At 5 a.m., I could not take it anymore. I grabbed my bag and ran out of the room. The hallway lights flickered as I sprinted toward the exit. But when I reached the lobby, the front desk was completely empty. No sign of receptionist, no footprints in the dust. The door was unlocked, so I bolted outside. Snow had stopped, and when I turned around, the entire guest house was gone. Just an empty lot with a rotting wooden sign laying on the ground. It read, "Hilltop Guest House closed since 1982."